The last week of August is dominated by the lunar eclipse in Pisces. An urgency to change makes us want to overthrow outmoded conditions and experience a new level of freedom. What else can we expect? This is what we shall find out here today. Good morning, bonjour, Michel Karen, astrologer, shaman. Welcome to my channel dedicated to the practical uses of astrology to lead a better life. Tuesday, August the 25th, Mercury enters Virgo till September the 10th. During the next 2 weeks, our patience, common sense, intelligence, precise logic, reasoning abilities, efficient planning, versatility, and great attention to details are enhanced. We need order in our surroundings, proceed in a meticulous, careful, thorough manner, may be so concerned, however, with wanting everything to be perfect that this could lead to too much humility. And then we could run the danger of working below our true competence levels. Secretaries, teachers, correspondents, and anyone involved in activities requiring strong mental capacities is favored. Detailed scientific research is appealing. We are willing to devote the time and energy to find a practical application to our ideas, use the best techniques available, and do our work accurately. Our approach to problems is analytical, tedious, tenacious, painstaking, even in some cases downright obsessional. We may feel a strange kind of safety in knowing exactly what is expected of us and precisely what to do. Totally willing to sit down with our employers, employees, and colleagues to discuss any work-related challenge, we come up with grounded solutions that help us create a better functioning professional environment. During the next 2 weeks, we might be a little prone to worry, feel somewhat nervous, anxious, even have some irrational fears. We need to be careful to not give in to excessive criticism and over fussiness, which would make us lose sight of the forest for the trees. On one hand, intolerant with stupidity, we could, on the other, fall prey to an over-concern with rather unimportant details, trivial facts, and ideal conversations, which could make us waste valuable time and energy, and of course cause unnecessary stress. It is important that we use our mind constructively, demonstrate discrimination, study a topic that helps us acquire a specialized skill, and satisfy our thirst for knowledge by reading interesting books. Not in the least frightened by a demanding intellectual work, we could want to learn a new language, take an interest in grammar, and expand our vocabulary so that we may develop more eloquence both in speech and writing. We could also become concerned with health, interested in improving our diet, and learning new healing modalities. Thursday, August the 27th, the Sun is conjunct Mercury. As you know, this is not a very important transit. It just makes our mind more alert, curious, and able to sort of soak up information. We just want to improve our skills. I'm probably more talkative and social than usual. We enjoy learning, meeting people. It's a great day for errands, small trips, developing something new, teaching, writing, setting goals, making plans, sending emails, starting a training program. Excellent also for buying, selling, trading, and trying something new. We just need to be careful to not be too critical. Also, much more important, on Thursday, August the 27th, lunar eclipse in Pisces. I have dedicated a whole video to this eclipse, which I invite you to watch. Link in the description box down below. And finally, on Friday, August the 28th, Uranus forms two squares, one with Mercury and another with the Sun. First, Uranus square Mercury makes our mind active, original, rebellious, definitely quick, and maybe unpredictable. We could argue just for the sake of asserting our difference, yet jumping to conclusions without having sufficient information or practical experience could make us waste a large amount of valuable energy. We could act in erratic and scattered ways. Nervous tension, delays, frustrations, and eccentric goals are to be expected. We could become our own worst enemy. In our attempts to resolve a difficulty, we are likely to attract awkward predicaments that create even greater problems. Our circumstances could be a little out of sync, break our usual patterns of behavior, and expose us to explosive new information. We are drawn to original, independent, and dynamic people, yet could alienate others through tactless remarks, intellectual conceit, or extreme opinions expressed without thinking too much. Exceptional insights, bright ideas, and nonconformist concepts challenge long-cherished attitudes. We are likely to be drawn to studying an unusual topic. The belief that we are somewhat special could make us overestimate ourselves and undermine our very real talents. So this is not such a good day for traveling or signing any document, especially one that has long-term consequences. Breakdowns in communications caused all at once by snap judgments, rapidly changing views, obstinacy, or egotism could cause disagreements, even in extreme cases involve us in a scandal. Our detached, unreasonable demands for independence could cause a separation from someone close to us, or we could unexpectedly meet a new, different, exciting person who introduces us to unusual activities and social circles. Nothing is quite likely to turn out the way we planned. Haste, sudden interruptions, unexpected changes of plans, and a certain disregard for practicality do not make this the best day for traveling or following through on projects. And finally, also, on Friday, August 28th, a very similar aspect, the Sun is square Uranus. A certain revolutionary spirit permeates the atmosphere. Anti-establishment demonstrations are likely to occur. We could completely disregard standard procedures, feel at odds with society, even somewhat alienated, while we develop a new social consciousness. More than ever, do we need to exercise caution. Weeding out outgrown areas of our life is good, only if we are careful to not make rash decisions. Erratic actions could make us discard, even destroy, hard-earned gains, leading sometimes to disastrous long-term consequences. We should also resist the temptation to impose our views upon others and avoid being too willful. Sudden, unexpected events or obstacles could completely change our plans. We could also realize that everything we thought we always desired all of a sudden feels rather meaningless. We are likely to feel rebellious against anything that is holding us back from expressing our true individuality. The urge to seek new adventures is very strong. It requires that we break old patterns and disrupt boring routines. We may need to reassess a lot of things in our lives. This could lead to leaving a job that no longer challenges us, freeing ourselves from a smothering relationship, walking away from a meaningless friendship, transforming an irrelevant belief, moving if where we live no longer corresponds to our needs, or adopting a whole new lifestyle. We crave to be different. Yet it is important that we find constructive ways to express our originality. We are likely to develop our inventive genius and are drawn to unusual hobbies. And if we adapt gracefully to the inevitable changes that happen with this transit and draw upon our ingenuity to handle potentially difficult situations in a creative manner, this transit has a very liberating effect. It is very good for releasing outgrown conditions, getting rid of what no longer serves us, meeting new people, trying something we've never done before, and moving towards exciting experiences. This transit has the potential to make us stronger, more self-assured, and much clearer in our consciousness of what makes us unique. If you are already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. Your comments are always appreciated. If you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to place a thumbs up and hit the little bell to be notified when I upload a new video every Thursday and sometimes another one during the week like this week. Remember, as always, choose your battles, walk in beauty. Thank you for watching. Until next time.